I cannot be the only one crying about how, like, the economy is right now. Like, I swear to God, older people are like, oh, you should be going out and doing shit. I can't! It's my turn to be an adult. I'm just 22, and the economy is so shit.
Anger is surging across Arizona as many Trump voters say their utility bills and other living expenses have skyrocketed to shocking new levels, with some reporting costs have tripled. As extreme expenses push families closer to the edge, frustration is reaching a boiling point. Listen as Arizonans share their powerful stories of financial hardship and survival.
If you feel like you're paying way more at the gas pump, you're not imagining it. In Phoenix, Arizona, gas prices are up 46% in a year. The average gas price is $4.83, and it's increased another 2.5% since just last week. Of course, Scottsdale's leading the way with the most expensive gas in the valley.
I've lived in Arizona my whole life. I've never seen the gas prices this high. It's a little insane.
No high, no times are hard because it's 105 degrees in Arizona right now. And instead of wasting gas by turning my AC on, I just turn the damn oven on and roll the windows down because I am playing around with these gas prices. I'd rather die.
It kind of seems like APS is kind of tormenting everybody in Arizona right now. To top it all off, they just requested a 14% increase this year. That'll be like 25% increase in the last 3 years for our electricity bills. I don't know about you, but I already saw a huge increase from last year's electricity bills to this year's. I don't think I could handle a 14% increase. But the cool thing is, APS has to actually ask for this increase from the Arizona Corporation Commission, and they have to approve or deny it. The ACC is supposed to be for us, for the people.
These gas prices, I'm about to start charging people to come see them. Like, that's a $5 travel fee. $5 travel fee. If you have me driving more than 25 miles one way, travel fee. Ching ching, here's my Venmo and my Zelle.
If you're from Arizona, this one is for you. I currently live in the East Valley, and our water bill just randomly spiked a couple months ago, and it has been pretty high ever since. We have like no leaks that we know of.
When did living in Arizona get this expensive? Porque honestamente no era así. People used to move to Arizona because it was so affordable. Pero ahora todo está carísimo. Housing here now costs more than the national average, and it's gone up 20% in just the last few years. Mucha gente está gastando la mayoría de su cheque just trying to keep a roof over their heads. ¿Y cómo se supone que la gente puede ahorrar así? When the rent goes up, families start falling behind. In Arizona, if you miss rent, landlords can start the eviction process in just a few short days. And last year, there were tens of thousands of eviction filings in Maricopa County alone. Eso no es una vida normal. Eso es una crisis en vivienda. And housing isn't the only thing that's getting harder to afford here. Healthcare is also a major stress for Arizonans. Did you know that 350,000 Arizonans rely on healthcare subsidies just to afford coverage? But politicians vote against extending those subsidies and put all those families at risk. Eso significa que la gente tiene que elegir de pagar el médico o pagar la luz y la comida y la renta. ¿Y qué supone que van a elegir? And in the Latino community, where coverage is a lot lower, estos cambios nos afectan aún más. These aren't just political decisions. Impactan nuestra salud, el hogar, y la estabilidad of our families. Tell Donald Trump and Republicans that they should focus on lowering our costs instead of helping their billionaire friends.
The impact of last year's sweeping cuts to food stamps are starting to be felt across the country, including at this food pantry I'm at today in Phoenix. They have seen a surge in demand after hundreds of thousands of people in Arizona have lost their food stamp benefits because of new requirements and changes in documentation people have to submit under this new law. I have talked to dozens of people who have been coming through food banks in Arizona. Many of them should still be eligible for food stamp benefits because of how low their income is, because they're seniors, because they have young children at home, or they're disabled.
Because of my heart, I can only eat certain foods. I can't do that if I don't get food stamps.
As a result, people are flooding into food banks like this one that is seeing record demand of people seeking a box of groceries to try and get them through a period of time.
So we've worked really hard to fill the gap for folks as they need more help. But the reality is St. Mary's Food Bank and the other partners that we have across the state, we can only fill a small portion of that gap.
As a result, people told me they're eating less healthy, they're having to give their kids processed food and fewer vegetables and packaged snacks that they would not like to be giving their kids, but they feel they are forced to because that's all they can afford or that's all they're able to get at a food pantry like this one.
Utility bills in Arizona go up because of the Arizona Corporation Commission. For far too long, people have been voting for these Republicans who are pro-corporation, and that's the irony of it all. You're supposed to be voting for people who are going to hold the corporations accountable. Some of the Republicans on the board have quite literally gone to Wall Street to guarantee these mega monopoly utility companies record profits. And what does that mean for us? That means that they're going to continuously vote for our rates to increase year after year. They've also kneecapped the solar panel industry here in the state of Arizona. Solar panel companies have gone bankrupt because of the Arizona Corporation Commission. And we can't have solar panels doing well in Arizona. Why? Because that would lower costs for consumers and eat into the record profits of these mega monopoly utility companies like APS. We also need to have someone that's going to stand up to these data centers. That falls under the Arizona Corporation Commission. There is no reason why we should be struggling to pay our utility bills and these corporations are receiving record profits. State of Arizona needs to wake up, smell the coffee, and stop thinking that Republicans are going to ever hold these corporations accountable, because the Republican Party is the pro-corporate party.
People online love to say, oh, Phoenix is cheap. Well, not anymore. Electric bills in the summer, somewhere between $150 to $300 a month. Our groceries, somewhere between 10 to 15% above national average.
Here in Arizona, I'm seeing a lot of comments about the cost of housing, but there's also childcare and healthcare costs and car insurance and summer electric bills, and all of that stacks up.
Arizona just got ranked one of the least affordable states in the country, and these are the 3 reasons why. The third one is what's having the biggest impact. First, incomes didn't keep up. Arizona still has a lot of jobs paying around median wage, but the cost of living jumped way faster. So even if you're making decent money, it doesn't stretch like it used to. Second, everyday costs went up across the board. Groceries, gas, insurance, all of it got more expensive over the last few years. So even before housing, people were already feeling squeezed. But the third reason is what actually made the biggest impact: housing supply. For years, Arizona didn't build enough homes for the number of people moving here. Then during COVID, demand surged and there just wasn't enough inventory to keep up. That's why prices and rents jumped so fast and why affordability took such a hit.
Working families, including my own, we're doing everything right and still feeling squeezed by the rising cost of living. We need to stop treating housing like a commodity for massive investors while local families struggle to buy into their own neighborhoods. We should be expanding workforce housing, bringing better paying jobs closer to home so people spend less time and money on commuting, and strengthening local supply chains to help lower everyday costs at our grocery stores. Let's send leaders to Washington who focus on fixing broken systems instead of chasing headlines or clickbait.
If you live in Gilbert, Arizona, you're probably going to notice a change to your water bill. For the 3rd time in 3 years, Gilbert has voted to increase the price of water.
Just 2 years ago, Gilbert increased the price of water by 48%, and last year they increased it again by 25%. And this time in 2026, it's another 25% increase. And unfortunately, if you live in Gilbert, Arizona, you can expect additional price increases over the next 2 years.
So that's like a big thing, is like holding certain corporations accountable and giving them like caps. I would say too, like data centers is a big thing right now, and making sure they're paying their fair share, because then that comes on to us. I was actually surprised you didn't say utilities in that as well, because I try not to be biased. Okay. Well, I just paid $500 for my utility bill. I never turned the heater on. I never turned the AC on. And I live in an apartment. Like, why was that so expensive? It was a bill I was not ready to pay at all. I was expecting it to maybe be like $170. So when that came, I was like, okay, we're gonna not go grocery shopping this month.
161,000 Arizona households are severely behind on their utility bills, putting them at risk of living in the dark.
It sucks. I mean, it's not the greatest thing to hear. those kind of things should be the cheapest.
The study shows Arizona utility prices have jumped by over 50% since 2022, with the average monthly energy bill rising to $288.
It's not a surprise at all.
I want to say on behalf of everybody, this economy is only good for the elites. Every hard-working man and woman, we are cooked.
So the town of Kearney is going to run out of water in 3 months or so, and they're trying to fix it, but there's only so much they can do right now. Here's why. Yeah, the town of Kearney is on a river. The problem is they don't have the water rights to take water out of that river. They are dead last on the list of people that get the water. Mining companies, Indian tribes, they all get water before the town of Kearney. And based on how much water they've been allocated this year, they got a fraction of what they actually need. So based on consumption, they're guessing that they're going to run out of water in July.
As more Arizona families come forward, the financial crisis is becoming impossible to ignore. Crushing utility bills and rising everyday costs are forcing many into impossible decisions just to keep the lights on. These emotional first-hand accounts reveal the true scale of Arizona's growing affordability crisis.
I mean, you guys, I think we're in a crisis in this country that Trump really can't get us out of. I mean, the wages, they just do not match the economy anymore. I mean, if going to the doctor or going to the dentist means going into debt, or not having a full-time job where they, give you health benefits means that you're going to have to spend $7, $8, $9, $1,000 a month to have full health coverage. And then if you were to get sick and you had to go into the hospital, or you broke an arm or something happened, a car accident, you'd have to pay a deductible of like $1,000 or more just to get a doctor to look at you. This is where we live. We want our weekends to feel like they're longer than 6 minutes long. We want to be able to take a vacation and come home and know that we still have some money left in our bank accounts where we can still save for next year's vacation. Those ideas are gone. Going to Disneyland with the family today is a $2,000 expense just for the theme park alone, not for the travel. This is not the land where dreams were made of anymore. And I'm sorry that I don't think Trump can solve this.
Nearly 900,000 people in Arizona are living under the federal poverty line. That's 12% of the population living under incomes from $15,000 to $30,000 a year, depending on the family size.
For the last 13 years, we've had what is essentially an automatic tax incentive for data center development in Arizona. So we as taxpayers should probably get a full accounting of whether or not that was a good investment for us. Sure, they create some jobs, but only a fraction of the number of jobs as other industrial uses. Sure, they provide some property tax revenue, but not as much as if we had just built houses. And they're a massive drain on our utility infrastructure, which we taxpayers pay for. Right now, your legislature isn't doing anything about it. So maybe it's time that we elected people who do understand these things and who will do something about it.
I'm a small business owner, and I am a first-generation small business owner.
She's proud of what she's built, but Varker is anxiously watching her operating costs rise, including gas prices and foreign tariffs. Varker doesn't like raising the price of her soaps.
Everyone is a little more cautious about where to spend their money.
But she may have no choice.
Over the past 4 years, I've raised my prices about 2 or 3 times. And I was very nervous each of those times. I was terrified. I was like, what if people aren't going to want to buy anymore?
Whether you're a teenager or retired, we got something for everybody.
Across the market, Denise Golden is facing the same reality.
This is one I can't reorder again because of the high tariffs.
Golden opened the Artisan's Compass last year after getting her start in the Sunset Mesa market. She says customers are tired of seeing costs go up. Merchants are too.
We've all seen a shift. Gas prices are up. There's a lot going on. The foot flow has slowed down a lot. When people come in, there is a reluctancy to buy right now.
I'm in Arizona and my water bill was $150 for 4 people, and I would really like to see if it's like that in other states. And we don't have a lawn or a pool or any plants in our yard or anything like that at all, and I think that's literally insane.
Start with SRP just to give you an idea. Our highest bill that we had that was in the summer, obviously, was $331.
Last month, my electric bill was $300, so I went out of my way to get blackout curtains and fans and not run the AC and turn off all my extension cords and everything. And then this month I got the bill back and it was $360.
This might be the biggest utility hike in the entire valley right now, and a lot of people don't even know they're in the impact zone. Liberty Utilities is asking for a 43% water rate increase and a 54% wastewater increase, which would push the average combined monthly bill up about $35 to $36 more, starting as soon as August 1st, 2026. Liberty says they're playing catch up after almost a decade without a major rate case, pointing to about $197 million in infrastructure spending, including $105 million for the Survival Wastewater Reclamation Facility, new wells and water security projects, and the extra cost of meeting new federal PFAS forever chemical standards.
Good morning, Uncle Albert here. All right, how much do you pay for power, electricity? I live in Arizona, and just in case you were kind of wondering, oh man, I was thinking about moving to Arizona, remember this. During the summer, your power is going to be insane.
Listen, I got to talk to you guys about the frickin' utility bills, dude. I have $23,000 worth of solar on my roof. $23,000 of solar on my roof. Let your brain wrap your head around that. Mind blown, right? My electric bill, $562 a month. It keeps going up and up. I live in Arizona. Yes, it's hot. Yes, we have our AC running day and night, but it's been like that. I lived here for 10 years. The reality is why everybody's struggling, the power company just keeps making more and more money, and they just keep taking prices up and up and up. And I, for one, am tired of it.
Hey, Arizona, if you live in this city, I think your money's being misused, and your city council is responsible. Now, most people don't realize this, but some parts of Arizona don't have a primary property tax. So cities will use utility fees to help pay for public services. But while this could be a good tool, this is actually where things can get sketchy. So in 2025, Mesa residents had their utilities increase for this exact reason, or so I thought. So when the city council finally raised over $31 million, they poured $16 million into a new batting cage and locker room, which could have paid for almost 100 police officers for a whole year. But I'm not saying that the city can't raise money. You just have to use it right.
Starting soon, about 1,900 customers' water bills will go up about 23%. For example, if a homeowner pays about $30 a month for water, they'll end up paying closer to $37. Now, that might not seem like a big jump, but for their sewer bill, that's going up 154%. The average bill increasing from $42 to nearly $107 every month. A decision that leaves so many living on a fixed income with a bill they never expected.
I think that the proposed increase is a concern for everybody, not just those on a fixed income, but certainly fixed income folks are going to feel the impact of average $20 per month increase to their utility bill.
The data shows that Arizona has among the highest number of households with severely overdue utility bills, and also one of the highest average monthly bills of nearly $300 or more.
Drivers tell me they really started to feel the impact after the average cost of gas here in Phoenix surpassed $4 per gallon. They tell me they hope prices fall just as fast as they climb.
We just got to put up with it for a little bit, I hope.
Tommy Saucedo filled his tank for $3.99 a gallon in Avondale, one of the less expensive stations we saw on Sunday.
I'm going to choice if I got to get from here to there. Whatever the price is at the gas pump, I have to pay it anyways.
Across the valley in Phoenix,
what is it, $1 more now than a month ago, maybe?
Grant Rose paid $4.15 per gallon to top off his tank.
It will curtail my driving a little bit, yeah.
The average cost of gas in Phoenix is $4.07. It's slightly higher in the East Valley and the West Valley. According to AAA, gas prices typically climb in the spring as demand rises and summer blend production begins. But the conflict between the United States and Iran is also a contributor. The price of oil surged after President Donald Trump announced strikes in the Middle East could continue for weeks.
What we're going through right now is worth it.
It serves us right.
Could somebody come figure out what the hell is going on with these gas prices? It should not cost me $73 to fill up this dusty old car.
Gas is $4.99 in Arizona. It just seems like it's getting worse, bro.
See guys, I'm not on any side, but this is going really bad. Gas prices here in Arizona is outrageous. I don't know where we are heading. I think it's getting, I don't know, it's confusing. Sorry.
If you live in Arizona, or more specifically Scottsdale, Arizona, can someone tell me what the is going on with these gas prices? Look at this shit, bro. $4.99 a gallon, bro, for reg. For reg. I couldn't even imagine if I was in a decent car paying premium $5.71 a gallon. $4.99 a gallon? Come on, Arizona. Do better, bro. Do better.
It's crazy expensive right now.
Kieran Marriott only put 5 gallons in. $28.
Nah, I don't fill up.
Mel Stevenson refuses to fill up. His Lexus only takes premium.
If I stay within my budget, $50. $50 and getting as far as it used to. It doesn't.
Gas prices have shot up since the war in Iran started. In Arizona, averaging more than $4.50, but in many places over $5, and no relief or end or really even action.
It shouldn't be happening, frankly. Wish we would, make smarter decisions.
Gas ain't supposed to be a whole car note, man. Come on, man. What is going on? Y'all let me know. Is the gas hitting them pockets like it's hitting my pockets? Because it's definitely beating your boy ass.
Right now, the national average is about $4.55. In Arizona, we're over the $4.80 mark. And the lowest prices that I can find right now are about $4.34 in some spots of the valley. Our poll of the day question was, what do you think the new normal is for gas prices? In the lead right now, people saying over that $4 mark. That could be our new normal.
Right now, the average price for a gallon of regular unleaded gasoline is $4.78 here in Phoenix. We got very close to $5. And then up in Flagstaff, it's $4.59. And in Tucson, it's $4.43. So still high, not as high as they have been.
Skyrocketing utility costs and other expenses is doing far more than raising monthly bills. They're transforming the daily reality of families across Arizona. These voices expose the deep financial strain, uncertainty, and frustration many Americans are now facing as living expenses continue to spiral out of control. If these stories moved you, be sure to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories from everyday Americans. And click on the video on your screen now to continue watching more eye-opening experiences from communities across the nation.